Hi and welcome everyone. In this video I will show you how the dependency injection works in C#, how you can use it with WPF and why you should use it and why it is important. So first the thing that you need to have is a Unity library. You can download it here. You just need to go to Tools, Nugget Packages and to the Packages for Solutions. When you have it installed, be sure to install it with the version that I'm using now. Then you can go to the app.xaml. Here we want to remove it because we don't want to initialize the main window in this way. And to initialize our dependency injection, you need to go to this class, it's the application class, and we want to override the onStartup method. So to do this, you're going with protected, override, void onStartup. You want to remove the base.onStartup. And you want to go with a Unity container. New Unity container. Yes, so be sure that you're using the Unity. So here you will sure that you have it installed. We want the Unity container, not iUnity. Now we want to register the class that we will use. We will use user interface and user class as our dependency injection. Now we want to initialize the main window with our dependency injection. I will explain how it works in the moment. So basically, this is initializing our Unity library. Here we are registering our dependency. iUser is an interface that I will create, and the user is a class that will create. Here we are telling our program that we want to initialize the main window using the container.resolve. So it ensures us that we will initialize everything using our dependency injection. So now we need to add two classes. It will be our user class and our interface as well. New item, interface. Oh wait, it's here. Interface. User. Make it public. Remember that you want to have only one method in your interface. It will be a login method, which basically let's say public login. We don't need to. Let's make it. Oh, actually, let's make it void login. It need to be public. String username and string password. So this is the interface, and this is how we're gonna implement or how we're gonna inject our dependency injection. It's gonna be injected to our window using only the interface. We won't be initializing the user class in our main window. So let's create this method in our user class. So the method public void login equals string of user name string password. So basically we want to display the window. So if username equals user and password equals password, then message box into the system here, message box that show You logged in, yes, and if something else, then just let's copy this. And you are not logged in. It's hard-coded because we just want to use it as for a demonstration. So let's implement the interface of the user. We need to implement the interface explicitly, so it's this. Just let's change the name to match the interface. So now our interface is connected with a user class. So what we want to do now, we want to move it to our main window, which is here. So in order to do this, we need to inject our dependency via the constructor. So you go like user, and private read only user. This is called the constructor injection. So when the main window is initialized, it implements the interface of iUser, which is here, and iUser has a method of login, which is implemented in our user class. So we can change the implementation of our method. Usually it would be some query to our database to check if user gave a proper password or username, or just some other database operations or some other things. But when you change the implementation here, you are forced by your interface to implement all the methods that are here. So no matter what you will change here, the main window or any other class that implements the dependency injection of iUser interface will not be affected by the changes to the user. This is the main concept of the dependency injection. So let's go further with the example. We'll take some simple things like let's take button and the text. Let's take a text box. Let's give it a name of let's give it a name of name txp username, and let's copy this and paste it here. Let's give it a name of txp password. Let's move it here, and let's create the button event. Wait a second. We have a button event, so user.login txp username that text txp txp password. Wait a second. txp password text. Yes, and it's basically all that we had to do. So here we have I can give it name of I can call it login. Let's call it username and password. Yes, and let's check what we have here. User password, okay. So now our class, which is here, the main window class, it implements the dependency injection of iUser interface. So we're providing the interface, and we are ensuring that it provides the interface of a login method. So login method is in our user class, but we are not using user class here at all. Our main window has no idea what that login does or from which class it comes, because we don't care. And now let's test it. We have some have some issues here. Let me just control that. Should help. Because what is the registration type? Yeah, this is what I said. So we need to. Wait, because I can see that my my Visual Studio don't see a problem. Oh, because I used the wrong braces. Okay, yeah, it should be fine now. Let it compile for a bit, because I'm using Windows, so it's not so quick as a Mac. So as you can see, it provides you more security to your application, and it provides more scalability. You can just take those functionalities that you have created by it and move it to somewhere else. And let me just show you what I have here. Just a second. Yeah, you should see it now. Yeah, so the main window is here. So when we press login, we are getting the you are not logged in, which I will display you in a moment as well. And when we'll remove it, and we'll put user and password method, we are now logged in. So our program works, as you can see. So let me give you some more details about the dependency injection. So this is how you can separate the classes. You don't want your classes to be connected in such a way that you initiating the main window, the user class in the main window. They rely on each other. So when you will do some changes to the user class, you would have to change the main window as well. Here, you don't need to do anything because it's implemented from the interface, and interface ensures that all the methods will be provided as required by implementing the interface here. You might think that in some small applications it doesn't make sense. It even makes things that they take longer time. But the reality is that it makes a difference, especially when you're working on some bigger projects. And I think that it gives you an idea of how the dependency injection works and how it looks. It's when it comes to C#, it's a common question during the interviews, and you can trust me because I've been through a couple of interviews not so far ago, and they asked me about this, so yeah, it's an important thing to know. Thank you for watching this. You can watch more, you can see more on my blog, which is pragmaticdevlog.net, and see you in the future videos.